And we're back for our second game of 4 on the day. It's day number 3 of, I wanted to say Star Ladder because I've done it so many times, but of the Summit 2 China. That's right, our very own Dota tournament. It's 2nd edition. Online qualifiers now officially underway in all regions, I believe except for America, which, if I'm not mistaken, is scheduled to kick off today for the main online portion. But for now, we're over in China. I'll be taking you through the next 3 games, and by my side will be my buddy Winter. This one will be CDEC versus LGD Gaming. LGD Gaming are 2-0. CDEC are 1-2 after they lost in the first game of the day. So, or no, sorry, that was DK lost that match, not CDEC. I'll get my T's mixed up here. So they're actually, yeah, they're 1-1. LGD China. It was formerly LGD CDEC, but I think they're just going by CDEC now, at least on their tags. So, with that said, Winter, how you doing? How you doing?
I'm good. I can't wait for big brother to kill the younger brother.
The little brother's getting feisty. CDEC beat Vici Gaming in a best-of-5 grand finals. They had a 1-game advantage.
If I'm not mistaken, they're actually doing much better than the senior team recently.
What?
The senior team hasn't been doing so well.
What's your theory? What's wrong with LGD? Like, look at their players. Every single one of these players, except maybe in July, has been one of the best players in the world at one time or another. What's wrong?
They're not playing as a unit.
Okay, that's pretty much what I felt, but it sounds like such a cop-out answer.
Sometimes
you know?
I think it's like their draft as well wasn't quite good, and other times they're not working together very well compared to the other teams, even though they're all players that are once best at their prime.
It's very, it's hard to really evaluate them too much since I don't really know what goes on in the war room for them. Whereas, with a lot of the Western teams, you can talk to the players and kind of hear their thoughts a bit. But I just feel like their drafts are like a hodgepodge of heroes sometimes, man. Like it doesn't always seem like they have like an overall strategy. Yeah,
sometimes I get the feeling like they're just picking whatever other people are picking because it's strong. They don't have something where you remember the old LGD? When you look at their draft, you know, okay, this is a LGD type of draft where you have Syla on his hero and they have 2 tempo controls for Yao and Xiao 8. It's a very classic, their type. When you look at it, you know it's their type of draft. But the current LGD draft is like mix and match from everyone. Like they take a piece of everyone's strategy.
But they have no identity. That's what they need. Well, let's see if they can claim it. They do have. I mean, it's also interesting. It seems Faith is the drafter, at least has been in that slot for a while now. But I wonder who the in-game leader is. Is it Yao who's calling the shots? Faith did quite a bit of that for the old IG.
Yeah, probably it's Yao or Faith. It's either one of them. Yao is very vocal when he's playing.
Yeah. I still feel like if they can just find their identity, though, the amount of talent on this team. I think they're potentially the second best team in China, just in terms of raw talent.
I think they're lost in space right now, trying to find themselves.
Well, guys, it's time to pack it in and come home if you're LGD. As for CDEC, this is a very aggressive style of draft that they generally like to run. We'll occasionally see maybe on... Well, he was playing Tinker in the old patch a lot. That was where they started to take games off of the top teams. He often will play heroes like Naga as well. I imagine Terrorblade would be one of his heroes if it wasn't banned this game. But to me, they're mostly just about their aggressive mid-game. And we're seeing those kinds of picks now. The Brewmaster, the Skyrath, the Centaur. A lot of burst damage, a lot of control, and a lot of aggression for this team and after that first 5 minutes.
You just talk about Terrorblade and Naga. I have a very bad experience yesterday. I played one game. There's Terrorblade, there's Naga, and there's Morphling in the game, and I'm playing the support.
Right. Yeah, that sounds like fun.
Sounds like fun, come on! And there's a Shadow Demon. It's literally illusions everywhere.
Yeah, but if you get late game, you can't lose Winter.
You know, lucky for me, Morphling and TB was on my team.
Yes, exactly. You had the most disgusting heroes on your team, so Morphling's
Why?
not too bad, but the
Why?
Terabyte
Why?
is.
Why? How can Terrorblade be more disgusting than Naga? Naga is worse.
Eh. Yeah, Naga's a bit worse. To be fair,
Because of the ultimate.
yeah,
So
her
she's
ultimate
worse.
is all about not fighting nowadays. Like, it used to be. It's funny because the Naga used to be like a TI2 set up for your own team fight. Song
Black
into
hole.
Black Hole, into Ravage, Vacuum before what it used to work on Heroes That Were Song, but nowadays it's just it's a new Naga,
Yeah,
Well, we're not going to see it this game, so.
Why would you want to risk everything when you can just, dodge everything?
Yeah, that's for sure. It's definitely the safe way to play. Guys, for those wondering, I've been getting a few tweets about this, as well as some comments in chat. We can't really do anything about the microphones not sounding good in Perfect World. Unfortunately, it's just a routing issue. The Dota audio should sound fine in the European, the Chinese, and the Southeast Asian games, but for whatever reason, it's just very difficult for our audio to traverse that great firewall of China intact. So I do apologize. I would suggest if you really want the caster audio that you just try using the stream audio and muting your in-game. It's not perfect, but it's decent. But yeah, not much we could do. We've done all we can. We've talked to Valve. We've tried like 10 different proxy services. Nothing works, and since we're not planning to relocate to China anytime soon for the BTS studio, our hands are pretty much tied at this point. But for now, it'll be a Rubik pick for CDEC. So they get a lot of good spells to steal. The Fissure, Exorcism, and the Shaman's Wards in particular. There's some big ults here, Winter.
Yeah, this is a very good lineup for Rubik to thrive. And more importantly, he will be able to set up. They need a setup from a support to be able to land the Centaur Storm Clan. It's mostly either you get Rubik or Shadow Demon or Avenge along those lines, and Rubik is perfect here in this situation. So many spells to steal and perfect setup for them.
Yeah, and if he steals like a Fissure, you are not taking a team fight as LGD. At least not so far. Let's see what these next two picks are though.
I think if you talk about the Exorcism and the Wards, I think the biggest spell is just the Fissure. The Fissure would instantly win them the team fight if the Rubik does it.
And the Bristle. This is what the Chinese teams kind of consider the counter to Brew, I guess, or the solution to the Brew.
There's a new counter to Brew. The new item.
Yeah, the Crimson Guard. It's pretty good.
You get it on Bristol as well. and you can see the Brewlings tickling you. You just stand next
Winter,
to them.
you know what I saw yesterday in the Europe division, which was very cool, was an anti-mage who rushed a Crimson Guard against...
I remember. I think I saw the game. He went Crimson Guard and Manta style.
That was a really cool build. And it worked because they had Adusa as their main carry. He was unkillable. That guy was literally God that game. Like, he died, but he was 15-2 and 14. Just, you couldn't bring him down.
Spell Shield, Crimson Guard active. So you take no damage. Something like that.
Yeah, they had all magic damage too on the other team, so it was particularly difficult to bring him down with the spell shield.
I think the new item, the Crimson Guard, is a bit strong in the sense where it doesn't cost mana though. I think you should have a mana cost to that when you activate it. Otherwise, I don't know, I feel it's slightly too good now.
Well, let's see if it's like, I think Bristleback is the hero to build it on more than anyone else, so I'll be shocked if we don't see one this game.
Even the Centaur is fine though, to be honest. Like anything that tanks up well and benefits a lot from the damage block, it's okay because the item even gives you armor. And if you look at all the strength heroes like Centaur and Bristleback, they don't have very good base armor. They have a lot of HP but lacking in base armor. And having the Crimson Guard means you have the extra 5 armor, which means a lot to this type of tanky strength heroes.
So looking at LGD, like, they don't really have maybes here right now, I don't think, and I'm wondering what we're going to see as far as that carry role goes. Most of your go-to heroes in this patch have been removed. There's... Oh, there's Sniper! Okay! I can...
Sniper is good versus Death Prophet maybe, because you shoot from far.
This new Sniper, Winter, is... I didn't think it was possible, but even more annoying to lane against than the old one.
I actually think it's actually weaker in certain stage of the game compared to the old headshot, but it's better early on.
Obviously, you don't have the interrupt, which is the main issue, so you can't cancel TPs or channeling spells.
Sometimes it's like, oh my god, that guy's TPing, literally TPing in front of my face, and I have to channel my ultimate. to
But
cancel his TP.
the thing is, the headshot procs are just so much more annoying in the laning stage now because they last twice as long as the stuns. It's just awful.
This is a really good pick too. I was thinking they have Brew and their Centaur, two bodyguards in front so that you can't touch the sniper. And suddenly you have someone that can just have a shortcut to the sniper.
Yeah, this is a lineup of jumpers now. Well, the Bristleback that can charge in, the Spectre that can jump in, the Earthshaker who could potentially if he gets a blink, and in spite of that, I still think CDEC's lanes could be pretty strong here. They have very aggressive supports, good lanings.
I'm thinking maybe they can actually even triple lane, go aggressive because Shaman is not going to do anything against you and it's a Spectre. Anyway, against a Spectre you want to always pressure him unless you're getting, if you're not pressuring him you want to get a good trade. And looking at CDEC heroes, their main person that needs to farm a lot is the Sniper. Sniper will be middle so you don't need protection for that. And Brule and Centaur doesn't really need too much of babysitting as well, so they can afford to go a triple lane against the Spectre.
Yeah, I would like to see them get aggressive here because, I think, like you said, they've got really strong cores in the laning stage, and you want to try and slow this guy down. Don't let him get off to a start with the free farm.
This guy has gotten really strong in this patch. If you notice, the main thing that helped him a lot is the assist goal change as well, because as Spectre you always get a lot of assists.
Yeah, he's not nearly as ridiculous as he was in 6.82, but he's still pretty good, that's for sure.
Yeah, I think he's he's the carry that's very suitable in this current meta right now. And just looking at their lanes, they're gonna come down. CDEC is gonna move 3 heroes right down here. Place the ward, gonna scout things out, make sure that no one is here to place a lane ward for LGD.
This is pretty risky by CDEC, going aggressive triple lane with a Rubik Brewmaster. If they don't win this lane, they're in a lot of trouble.
I think the lane is actually very favorable for them though, because Shaman, like I said, doesn't do anything early on, and Earthshaker is just there to make sure no one dies. So if you think about the lane, there's two melee heroes in the lane, and you have 2 range supports and a Brew. The Spectre is not going to get any farm. Either they change their lanes or they rotate their supports elsewhere.
They're already doing that. They're sending Sylar top, they're sending their Bristleback bottom, and as the horn sounds, we should introduce our teams. LGD 2-0, tied with Newbie thus far for the top of the group, and the Summit 2 will be looking to get off to a third win here. You've got Faith playing your Earthshaker. Going bottom will be in July on the Bristleback. In the mid lane goes Yao as the Death Prophet, not really doing the offlane thing with this roster. Sylar will be your Spectre. MMY will be your Shadow Shaman. And, well, for CDEC, 3-3-3, the safe lane Centaur. Maybe Pup Star Extraordinaire, but has had some good results in professional play lately. Same for Weehaw as well in the BBC team, so yeah, these so-called Pup Stars are showing that they got the chops for competitive play too. They'll be on your Sniper. In the bottom lane goes Q on your Scarth Mage. Garter handling the Rubik. And that leaves XH as the Brewmaster. And they're going to dive. Right. They're going in hot.
They can probably leave. I think at the moment they can actually just leave one of the supports at the bottom and just move the other guy around to help top or just gang middle.
A bold little go here on In July, but they're still a fissure ready, so they're just trying to force out some regen.
There's no way they get a kill there with the Earthshaker. I mean, they can pressure, but I think the more ideal decision for them is just to move one person away so that they can actually help out, because the main target is the Spectre, and the Spectre is having the easiest lane compared to all the 3 lanes right now.
Well, you can already see the fun times that Yao's having mid, just constantly getting headshotted and annoyed, but and good news for him, this is a hero that farms with its nuke, and that the Sniper headshot change, extremely effective against heroes that rely on auto attacks to last hit, but I feel against Death Prophet it's not going to be quite as effective.
Yeah, it's she can always farm with the, like you mentioned, the nuke. Doesn't really matter too much. If she gets I think, is it 100% slow?
100% attack speed and move speed slow.
So you're basically standing there like a like an idiot if you get headshot.
Yeah, and it lasts for 0.5 seconds instead of 0.25 with the old one, but yeah, obviously it doesn't stun, so.
Really good in the lane, and MMY is going to get slowed down by Concussive.
This could be the first blood. Well, somebody might be going down. They don't actually have a point in the nuke for Q, though, so Yao just gets harassed, but we'll be able to retreat.
Maybe they could have killed if he had the sharpener on the sniper, maybe.
Yeah, which I'm interested to see. He's not leveling it for now. He's taking 2 points to take aim. I wonder if he goes back for this.
Yeah, I'm not very sure though which spell you should prioritize. I remember there was one time I tried. I actually liked the nuke a lot. I would actually just stick 1 point in the headshot since it's 40% chance at all levels.
It's really tough to say. Shrapnel to me is a very underrated spell.
I think it's a very good spell though because of the range. They changed the range a bit, and it's actually really useful to help the team. Like in the situation where we saw moments ago where they were fighting at the top rune, if he had like maybe 2 points in it, they would probably have secured the kill on the shaman.
It's a spell that's been buffed a lot. You mentioned the increased range. It also gives you vision now, which it didn't used to do. And it's very good just to cancel bottles as well. So heroes have to back off a bit more to use it. And
Yeah.
just makes it hard to go on him.
Yeah, talk about bottle. You're running a mid sniper and he doesn't have any spells. Like you can't really control runes.
In July, they're diving him. They get that last crit on XH. So first blood drawn by CDEC. Big brother getting beaten down by little brother for now.
Little brother has the stronger lanes, so be fair.
Yeah, he's got an unfair advantage here. And well, in good news, it's a free farm Spectre. Already 18 and 6 for Sylar. So you can't rest easy if you're CDEC.
They could have killed the shaman moments ago. They missed a kill chance on the shaman. Shaman just ran next to the centaur. They could have just nuked him down. But they missed the opportunity, and Earthshaker is now at top lane, so there's not gonna be much killing potential here with the Shaker on top. Maybe they will want to rotate the Rubik as well. They just need to follow the Spectre since it's 3 heroes top right now.
Yeah, Brew's now got his magic stick. He's got the boots up as well, so he'll be in good shape here against the Bristleback.
Yeah, Brew does really well against any other melee heroes, and considering the situation where he already got 1 kill, yes, a fair enough advantage over the Bristleback right now.
They might make a go here on top. Sylar's got his phase, actually.
Bottom lane, they're actually going to try maybe bottom with the haste on the Rubik.
Clap has been used. There is enough mana with the stick charges for another clap. And with that lift, might be enough to get the kill while simultaneously MMY makes his way in top. But the difference is there's the Dire Observer Ward here. So this will be spotted out, and the question is, does Garter look for the jump in? He's got a lift at the ready. They'll need a clap as well as a lift. And I think they'll need like 3 crits to get this kill.
I think they're maybe waiting for the level 3 clap on the Panda.
Oh yeah, he's very close.
Yeah, they're gonna increase their chances by waiting for that, and he can even maybe buy, I don't know, maybe Arcanes. I think. I don't think you go for face boots or any power threats. Just go for Arcanes if he wants to.
So I do want to point out, since they don't actually make that jump in the end, that our sniper has just gone for a single pointed headshot, just for the 40% slow and 40% chance to slow. And he is maxed out trap now. So
yeah, this is weird though.
Usually
you just take 1 point in the take aim though.
Yeah.
This is a bit of like a mix and match again.
Bottom
lane,
lane.
they go in.
There's your clap to start. In July taking a lot of damage, has stick charges. He's trying to just run forward. He knows he's not going to walk out of here too eeasily against the Brew.
The crit!
But now he turns. They need 1 more. They don't get that last crit.
Like you mentioned, the crits, man. They need 3 crits and he got 2.
Yeah, that was close. If Earthshaker doesn't come though, I think they get that kill. To be fair, he was chasing at the same time.
Yeah, he wanted to fight back because Earthshaker came. That actually put him in the situation where he almost died because of the Earthshaker coming in.
Oh, he is just pushing it to the limit, Winter. Come on now. He knew what he was up to. Bottom lane.
Yeah, he's gonna even get a bottle though. That's a bit unusual for Bristleback.
I think in general it's always gonna be difficult to question a bottle pickup now with the double rune spawns. Like,
yeah, it's always good to have bottles. It's just like something that you will always have. You will always have a regen because of the rune being able to spawn both sides. So it's not gonna be a bad thing. And Bristleback needs the mana regen, and he's up in a tough lane. It's difficult for him to save up for any big item, and going for a bottle is understandable here.
Yeah, I feel like in general you always want to have 2 bottles nowadays, like regardless of who gets them.
Man, I wish you could always get it on the support though. Leave one for the support all the time.
Well, you can, Winter, but
usually the carries goes, I want that bounty.
I want my regen, man. I don't want to have to go to base. I'm losing on CS.
No, that's bounty rune. I'm 100 gold off my dagger.
Clap bottom lane. There is a split ready, but no mana for this. He's gonna have the mana for the stick.
Arcane boots. Arcane boots.
He's gonna buy them? No, he wants his Blink Dagger. He's gonna be fine. They may lose Garter for this. Just try to save up for that early Blink.
I think he needs
stick charges already. He's got the 9. He didn't clap first. He just split right away. Oh, now who's he gonna go for? Working on Sylar.
He didn't have enough mana.
Sylar's trapped in the trees, but he doesn't have vision of this either.
Oh dear.
Oh my goodness, what a train wreck of a Brew split. They may even go on him after this. Gets off that last boulder toss on the Bristleback. Are you sure? Because he used 9 stick charges, and he had like.
I was watching when he sticked up. He only had enough for 1 spell. He needed another like 3 or 4 mana before he gets both.
But I think he could have clapped and just waited and then split.
Yeah, he needed to wait like few seconds.
Yeah, that. On top of that, Sylar just happened to end up in the middle of the trees, which actually worked in his favor there.
I just think that if he got an arcane sword, he's gonna die now.
Well, he will have his... Oh, if he dies right before getting his blink, it's going to be a very sad brew. But he gets off the clap on 2, running back in onto Sylar, trying to complete the job. 2,200 gold now. He can buy that blink dagger momentarily, and he's going to end up surviving. They bring in a lot of reinforcements for this. Everyone except for the sniper, who's just happily free farming mid, but not out farming the Death Prophet, which is a little disappointing when you run that sniper mid.
You think it's a better lane for him that he should outlane?
No, I kind of feel like when you run sniper, you just want to win your lane. He's just so good in the laning stage generally, 1v1. But
maybe if you really want to focus on winning your lane, you just max. You just skip the first spell. You skip the nuke totally, but it will be detrimental to your team though because you are not very useful then.
I think like we talked about, it's not actually that good of a lane for sniper, just because.
Yeah, because he just nukes, right? He doesn't have to contest with his right click all the time. Just nukes you down and just pushes the wave and takes the rune. And sniper, you can't really do too much. Yeah, you can't really do too much about it.
I could really see this new sniper being amazing though against like say, who's a hero who really uses his right click to farm? Like maybe an OD or something. Like that could be quite annoying.
I think it's a good it's a good matchup versus OD though. I feel because OD is more just. He's just trying to prison you and reduce your damage and increase his damage, and he just out farms you. But sniper, I think against OD specifically, you just skip the nuke. You just get headshot and take aim just to win the lane.
Yeah, I would agree with that. I'm trying to think who else. Razor can at least farm with plasma field, but it's not like that spammable.
I don't think it's a good lane for sniper against Razor. Razor does quite well against sniper because of the plasma field.
Yeah, he can still. It does a lot of damage too.
Maybe against a Quap. I guess.
I will say against any melee hero who auto-attacks to get last hits, it's awful, man. It's awful laning against
sniper. If you send a Dragon Knight against a sniper middle lane, that's terrible.
Yeah, that's pretty bad. I guess Naga's Riptide, so Naga would do okay there.
Yeah, I think he does okay against mostly everyone. Doesn't do too bad. I mean, against the Razor though, you just maybe alter your playstyle. You just get your nuke at a higher point, so you can just use it to slow the creeps and just push him out so that he can't actually dive you and just drain your damage and push you out of the lane. But against OD, you want to max both your passives because of he always takes away your mana, so you won't have mana for your nuke. You just need to have your passives to just harass him down. So like, I mean, against different heroes, you just go for different skill builds as a sniper.
Okay, Winter. So let's take a look at the game now. The overall state of the game is, well, 3 disconnected players from CDEC.
Disconnect. Yeah, I just wanted to say that. That's the state of the game. Disconnections.
The enemy Spectre for Sylar basically got free farm top. He's almost level 6 already. The Death Prophet mid did fine. At the same time, your 2 initiators are doing extremely well. The Centaur, as well as the Brew, and support's getting good levels. So CDEC, I mean, basically, I think fair to say off to a very good start.
Yeah, this is very good start for them because, I mean, they have what they need is just like you mentioned the 2 blinks on their 2 initiators, and Sniper isn't doing badly. He's doing fine. So it means all your lanes they are getting the better trade all their lanes because, I mean, it's not like exactly they are playing super well or anything. It's just because of the lineup that LGD has is much more greedy and much more passive early on. They can't really deal with a Rubik and a Skyra, for example, running around and just pressuring the lanes just because of the fact that Shaman doesn't do too much at early levels. He's very powerful later on when he gets his ultimate, but not at this stage. So CDEC having an advantage here is quite understandable. It's inherited from their lineup.
At the same time, like, I think like the key point is, like you said, LGD, it's understandable that they're in this position, and CDEC shouldn't rest easy just because they have this early lead.
Yeah,
you do not want to be going late against LGD if it's an even game.
Man, Spectre just instantly wins the game if he arrives at a certain point. You just can't beat that hero in teamfight. And now they have a huge ancient stack for the Bristleback to actually clear later, so that he can actually get even further ahead, so that he can actually buy space. He's going to be acting as, I would say, the space creator for the Spectre this game, going to be causing some problems somewhere else in the map, and DP will be pushing the other map so that everyone else will be making a lot of time for the Spectre to just get into the mess where she can't be stopped.
Smoke gank towards the mid lane. It's Yao in front with the Death Prophet, but they'll want to get Faith out there, or at least close behind him, looking for the fissure, the wraparound mid. They'd love to kill off the sniper, but just getting a kill of any kind would be nice.
They need to kill the sniper.
And they're going
he's gonna get a
to
fissure
maybe
block.
caught out by a fissure. They'll even commit an exorcism for this one, but they're near the tower, lifting him up. The clap from the Brew completely whiffing.
Did he miss? Oh, yeah, he missed.
Yeah,
that would be a kill.
Yeah, that would have been a kill. He almost died. Look how much damage that shrapnel does. Almost killed Yao by itself.
That was a lot of damage. He stood there for like just 3 or 4 seconds and he took so much damage already.
I'm telling you, man, shrapnel is a very good spell, and it's nice to see it getting max. There was a long time where sniper players would just completely skip that ability.
Because he was so shit.
It was pretty shit. It's been buffed a lot, that's a fair point.
I think it's one of those spells where it's like an acid spray as well, or a Tinker March. Obviously not as good as a Tinker March, but it can act as so many usage in a game, defending your towers, chasing down heroes, slowing down just a bit so that your teammate can catch up, and even pushing towers.
Just look at the range of it. Like, you can scout Roshan from like halfway across the map, it feels like.
How far is it actually?
It's pretty ridiculous. It's off the screen. If you hover over it and then move your camera.
Oh yeah, it's across. It's like 1,000 range or even more.
And they get the kill bottom on the Sylar Spectre, so they slow down the Spectre.
Yeah, this is an important kill for them to get, because the Spectre was having a very, I would say, quite a good time considering the lanes that he's been put in. And he had a lot of gold as well before when he died, so that he lost quite a bit of it. Like,
I'm a little worried for LGD though, because we're about to see the double blinks. Centaur's getting very close to his. The smoke gank mid on the sniper does slow him down, but at the same time, they haven't taken towers with the early exorcism. They still don't have the ultimate on the Shadow Shaman, and I worry a lot about these backline heroes.
He can actually come steal some experience here though. Okay, he's walking over. He needs to get all this experience with the pistol back. Then he can get his ultimate soon.
Mid lane, the clap to go. Didn't have the mana for the ultimate. He'll go. Now he'll split. Well, they'll get the Earthshaker kill, but again, it feels like a slightly underwhelming Brew ultimate.
Yeah, I mean, he's gonna get a tower with this, so in the end, it wouldn't be too bad.
Yeah, it's just the mana management that's been somewhat of an issue for him. Is he keeps on thinking he has mana for the split, and he's just a tiny bit short. Still, they'll pop a Stampede top lane. They'll go and get off a kill on the Spectre. More importantly, though, pushing through the mid lane, looking for the kill at MMY. They assassinate him, drive him back, and well, the key thing is that tower dropping. Escarter manages to steal level 3 Crypt Storm. Didn't get the ultimate, but still a good nuke.
I wanted to say something as well. But the moment you were talking about him not managing his mana well, I think he made a huge mistake as well, the Brew. Because if you're not taking any stats with your build, you should always have an upgraded magic wand. That 3 intel is all you need for your mana.
Yeah, or you get the arcane boots first, but he rushed the blink, so...
He didn't even have a branch just now, it was just a stick, no stats, and just a blink. You're gonna run into mana problems.
The tower's gonna drop for the ward, so they do get a tower in exchange. LGD trading 1 for 1 on towers there, and...
Oh, here comes the sniper, easy wards.
Free gold.
Free gold, he's gonna get some free... I'm interested to see what is he gonna build into though. I feel like the Blink build is also decent this game, since he can use it to run around so that the Bristleback can't really aim him, focus fire him. But at the same time, I'm worried that the Spectre Radiance later would actually make the Blink utterly useless as well. So maybe just force stuff.
Yeah, we'll see. I guess it depends what build Sylar's gonna go for. I generally would assume a Radiance, but he's not exactly getting much farm right now. Just Phase, Bracer. CS is good, but with 2 deaths to his name, he's quite poor. He's stealing creeps from you out in the jungle. It's just a very closed-off map to him. While top lane, they're setting up.
I think he can actually get gold if his team is like... The Shaman has wards later.
Oh, MMY, out too far. Caught out by the Mystic Flare. The Stomp will secure the kill. That's Q to get the last hit there. Very well executed gank. Now they'll bring maybe down bottom, and he's going to join his Brewmaster. Now is the split ready to go. Has that upgraded magic wand you wanted to see, and a belt of giant strength to boot. This has been an increasingly common build on our Brews, Winter, is not going for arcane boots, but getting these treads, which I guess does allow you to transition a bit better into a late game Panda.
Obviously, treads is better for yourself because you can actually... The attack speed is really good on Brew, and you have more HP, but sometimes you just need to get the arcanes if your supports are poor. But this game, look at both of the supports having arcanes of their own, so not an issue.
Trying to push in the bottom lane. They'll get the last hit for XH. The Brewmaster securing that. Meanwhile, maybe...
He's getting a drums though. It's
interesting.
More stats.
Yeah, I do like stats and Sniper in general. You like Reign of Aquila, drums, Yasha. He's such a... His stat gain is not good, and he's just so damn squishy. But we'll see. It's more of a mid-game build for him.
Double ultimate CU tower.
Do they even try and defend this one? Maybe they try to go for a backstab.
No, I think they wait. They just give up the tower. Both big ultimates are down and they smoke now and just go to other lane. Do they have a smoke? Sending smokes? No. They don't have a smoke, but they can just take a fight elsewhere. And LGD cannot take a fight right now, so maybe they go for a tower, tier 2 tower, you know.
They have their Bruce split, they have Stampede, and they're gonna find someone in the river. It's Yao. Actually not the one caught out. Face the one who's initiated upon by a clap. Lift will stop that TP out. Then, stealing the fissure on the retreat out. Can throw this one out, Garter, if he's quick about it. The Mystic Flare comes through, finally ended the Earthshaker's life, and they'll now bring down MMY as well, using that stolen fissure, and doing some good work with it. Now chasing on to Enjoy the stomp off the market. Well, don't know if it matters though. Surrounded by the Brewmaster split, you can see the Quills doing their work, but they'll get the kill with that second fissure follow-up. Well played by Garter. That's a big spell to steal. As our Sniper gets aggressive mid lane. Sylar just, he can't even farm now. Like, they've used everything top lane, and still maybe it's harassing him back.
Yeah, I think sometimes I feel at the current state of the game, like Spectre needs to be more participative in the team fights. Like, you see players nowadays getting earned. I actually think that build is actually a lot more flexible, since sometimes you get into a situation where you can't actually farm, like for example this game, then you just try and get goal by participating and taking kills with the earn. So it actually helps you more than getting stuck in this situation.
It's also it's really good on Spectre because you're always gonna be in, like, you can always just go get some charges, you know. You haunt,
yeah,
someone's gonna die near you, you'll get a charge or two.
Just be active when they have the ultimates up. Now CDEC doesn't have split, so LGD wants to take a fight.
Jumping in now with the Shackles. MMI already has his Blink Dagger. No Arcane Bolt, just went straight for it. Then the Spectre will join the fight, and they'll try to get the first kill of this guy. Stomp coming through, connects on Yao, double-edged follow-up, bringing him low, clapping him down. The Echo Slam too late to turn this one. 3-3-3 trying to retreat out. Well, meanwhile, Injuly slowly being plinked. Assassinate. Is it enough? Got him! Right in the Kissa. Pow. Well, Injuly gets clapped now. He's probably going down next. That's 3 down. It's probably going to be 4. Injuly still pursued out. Another Assassinate. Doesn't need it. Just that slow. Enough to get the kill. It goes the way of Q. It's forward falling for LGD.
I think he could have teleported out because there's no stuns left.
No mini stun, yeah.
You just forget that Sniper doesn't stun you anymore.
Yeah, that's true. It's a pretty big change in that respect. He can't cancel TPs. Well, 4 heroes dead. It cost. They didn't get to use Exorcism in that fight, and the key thing there was just the Death Prophet getting caught out immediately. Yao unable to even use his Yule Scepter, and with that, well, the fight's lost.
I think there was also one more thing, like you mentioned, the Shaman has nothing, and he blinked in and he died without dropping his ultimate.
That's true.
Maybe it was on cooldown, I'm not sure, but he just like dropped a disable and he just died because of how weak he is. Like standing in the sharpener, he just dies.
Yeah, meanwhile the enemy Rubik still has the stolen fissure, although it's gonna wear off fairly soon, but...
Yeah, the Rubik actually fissured them first before the Earthshaker fissured them in that fight, when they came in from the side. That's really good play. Like good awareness from the Rubik there.
Where...
To be fair, it's easier to cast the fissure as a Rubik compared to the Earthshaker. And
it seems Sylar is gonna try to rush a... I think he's going for a Relic, because anything else you would want, a Vitality Booster, the makings of a Yasha, a Diffusal Blade,
he's definitely, yeah,
you could have bought it by now.
He's definitely getting like the Radiance. That's the only thing that can win them the game. They're too far behind. Nothing else can... if you're having a slightly better game, maybe you can go for the Vitality Diffuser, but here comes... They're gonna kill him. They know he's saving for a lot of gold.
They just warded too. No, he's a bit out of range. They're trying to stop them from finding these Ancients. Fate's in position to save him. Just kidding. Well, he at least gives out the vision, and they'll stampede forward onto Injuly. No mini stuns though. Mystic Flare, I think missed that one, but was a bit late anyway. Yeah, this is actually starting to hurt not having that mini stun on the Sniper.
They had to use every stun just now to kill. So I mean, the Rubik couldn't get into position. They still had lift to cancel the stun. I mean, cancel the TP. So it wasn't all the headshot's fault.
Yeah, key thing is Sylar didn't die at the least, so they'll get the tower bottom lane. That puts over 2,000 gold into his pockets.
Yeah, he has bots for the second tower. They're gonna get a good trade here. 2 towers for 2 towers.
Yeah, unless there's an immediate teleport reaction, but they'll have to bring multiple heroes in. Both teams using their glyph now, and tier 2s continue to be under pressure. Exorcism and wards pounding in bottom lane, while in the top lane, LGD try to toe the line. The tower not gonna go down bottom just yet though. But it seems this will either be denied or just kept alive, so for now, CDEC with the better trade, but considering that how weak LGD feel, like, any kind of trade is pretty good for them.
Yeah, at this point right now, the next objective for CDEC before they go push again, maybe is to just get the Roche. They can even actually just go. They're just very powerful, right? Very strong right now. They have their Stampede, they have the Split, and they know the Ward and the Exorcism are down. Both of these spells have very long cooldowns, and they just need to just group up and push again.
Huh.
Just not allow the Spectre have any space to breathe.
Yeah, 3-3-3. I just couldn't get the tower to my bottom. It looked like he was actually running away. I wonder if he's worried about a haunt. Maybe trying to jump him, but there's really nothing else to follow that up, so. Unexpected gold going Sylar's way, and all of a sudden, 3k gold in the bank. We're 19 minutes in. He could have his relic by the 23-minute mark, or maybe even a bit sooner. 22 minutes, perhaps. And it's not. They're not out of the woods just yet, if you're CDEC. You're up by 5k gold, 6k experience, but none of your heroes scale that well, aside from the sniper. And you're not going to be able to deal with a Spectre once that Radiance comes out.
So he doesn't go for any mobility items, so he just went for the Maelstrom. No force stuff, no... I mean, Blink is quite kinda, like I mentioned, the Spectre can actually counter that. But he doesn't even have a force stuff, so if he gets caught in a fight, he's just essentially dead.
He does have Stampede though, that's a pretty big tool.
Yeah. Oh yeah, he has Stampede, yeah. Forgot about that.
And I guess the difference here for CDEC is they have good frontline heroes. So you mentioned, you know, having frontline heroes is important for Spectre, I think, earlier.
Sniper.
But yeah, it's also important for Sniper, that's for sure.
He has a lot of bodyguards in front of him, but you know, sometimes he reaches the point where Spectre is strong enough. He doesn't care if you have like the Centaur and a Brew in front of you.
Yeah, he just runs past you, tanks a bunch of nuke damage, and even if you kill him the one time, buyback haunt, and you can win the second fight. So CDEC can make their way into their own woods, but there is...
You're actually wrong about the timing. His relic is like 20 minutes. Okay, close to 21.
Alright, that was even faster than I expected.
It's gonna get the Radiance fairly, like... It's not a bad timing, I think. Maybe in the 23, 24, 25, around there.
Considering Sylar couldn't even farm at his tier 2 tower against the enemy sniper 5 minutes ago, it's pretty damn good timing.
Yeah, like you mentioned, the towers as well. In July is gonna find that weak sniper. Do they have Stampede to get him out of here?
He does have Aegis though. They gotta be careful about this. They're actually parading down mid.
He's still an easy kill with the Aegis.
But I think they're worried about the round 2. You know, once they kill him and then the turnaround comes. But they've got good vision here. So unless they were smoked directly behind Sniper, he would have been alone. I gotta push in mid instead, so we'll see. In July, grouping up with his team. That Spectre not with them though. 300 gold in the bank, still a bit of a ways off from the Radiance. Now they'll TP out as they see the Brew getting aggressive mid, but the Exorcism, they drop the wards, and they really just want to force this team back. Blake, Force Staff, but the Yule Scepter is going to dodge that stun. Nicely done by Yao, still gets clapped. Then the Hex, can they prevent this TP out? Oh, yes they can. The Rubik Glyph's there. That will secure the kill. And meanwhile, Mystic Flare brings down... Is that really a godlike streak? That is a godlike streak for Q. Getting completely out of hand. 9-0 and 3, but... Well, Winter, the higher you soar, the harder you fall if you're Q. And this could be a big bounty to go LGD's way if he drops.
At least it's a support though. Your net worth, look at his net worth. He's 6.2k.
That's true.
If the Earthshaker kills him, yeah, it will be a sizable amount of gold.
Oh my god, this Earthshaker.
Yeah, Earthshaker is Earthshaker is 1.3, and this is godlike streak. I think maybe he gets like around 2k plus gold if the Earthshaker kills the Skyra.
I think so too. Yeah. Oh my goodness, that is 1,300 net worth at 23 minutes. That has to be one of the poorest shakers I've seen in months. But the good news is he's an Earthshaker. You just need a nice fissure. That's all it takes.
Yep, Earthshaker is not like Sand King. Blink is not so important for Earthshaker compared to Sand King.
Really nice deny there by Yao. We'll deny the tower mid while they send him wide to the top lane. And I will say that he's definitely he's done a good job of this. Not just now, but even with the old DK, that he'd always find a way to just play Rat Dodo with his Shadow Shaman when his team's behind. So similar to AUI 2000, these two play the hero very... the build's a bit different going for this early Blink, but the style is similar. And it's important for LGD. They need every bit of gold in their Spectre's pockets. Finally going to get closing on the Radiance. I think I'll have it after this next wave, but it's not the fastest by any means.
Yeah, generally when Spectre has this sort of game, around 20-25 minutes, it's very normal for that to happen. And Brew is gonna find the rat. Wow,
Oh, it's a Bruce split for MMY. Not the best kill.
I was actually figuring maybe he would actually just try to save because they still have Stampede though. He might not have to use the split for that kill. Maybe. But yeah, just to secure it. Because LGD can't fight directly anyway, so the Brew split will be always not used, and it's not good to have a spell not on cooldown. You want to use it as much as possible.
Radiance was picked up, but it is immediately spotted by a Dire Observer ward, so if they were watching, they'll know Sylar has this. The question is how much it concerns them for CDEC. Do they feel confident to push in? Their Aegis wearing off in just a moment here, so they're not going to have that for the upcoming team fight. But they do have a sizable lead. Sniper now has another item coming out. It's going to be an Assault Caress for maybe a nice pickup to try and push the high ground. It does help them a lot against Death Prophet and Bristleback.
Assault Curious on Sniper. That's a first for me.
The only thing I worry about is how low his HP pool is, but if he can get something that helps him tank up next...
Yeah. Why would you... How badly do they need this Assault for the team?
Oh no, sorry, that's not his Assault. Am I crazy? I thought I saw the making.
I heard you say the Sniper's Assault. I was like, what?
Okay, it's a Mjolnir. I'm just drunk. I saw a Hyperstone and I thought I saw this AC recipe, but... Yeah, never mind.
You need some coffee. I think you were missing your coffee.
I'm trying to change my sleep schedule. I've been on America time and getting back onto China. But no excuses, Winter. No excuses.
You even got me like, what? Sniper getting Assault?
I don't think it would be that bad, though. You have Bristleback, Death Prophet,
but why would you even get an Assault? You will be standing far away from your team, though. You can't even give them the... And you have Brew and...
But he's building to stand with his team. He's not building to run away. He's tanking up, man.
He's gonna man up, though, but...
Yeah, they have other heroes to build it anyway. They can put it on Brew or Centaur.
Yeah, he can actually... The static charge is gonna be very strong on the Centaur or the Brew.
Alright, alright. Well, they're gonna push in the bottom lane now. With that not Assault Caress, that Mjolnir. They'll group up here. Garter in the front lines with the Rubik. No vision on this smoke. They'll get in close with maybe. Haunt is ready. Exorcism also ready. BKB's out in the cores. Yao's picked one up. Injuli has as well. But the tower's pretty much dead. Do they try and defend this? They may, but a tier 2 bottom doesn't seem like the place for LGD to make their stand. They'll just try and slowly meander in. Injuli gonna tank a concussive shot. Do they commit? They could dive, and they will, but the BKB's there. Dodging out. Oh, that's it. 10-second BKB.
Wasted his BKB, and they took the tower, and they just back off.
And already MMY's waiting top lane. He's ready with those wards. The rat will accelerate if they try to push any further, but they're gonna back off.
Rush is about to spawn in 1 minute. Is that right? Yeah, 1 minute.
Yes, no, that means it can respawn in 1 minute. Right?
I don't know, man.
Yeah, it could be up to 4 minutes though.
I always have trouble reading this.
That's when it gets to that point, then it's the 8-minute mark. So it could be anywhere from then until the next 3 minutes.
I just wish someday it'll be like a digital clock, 2 minutes, 30
I
seconds.
I think Valve just doesn't like the aesthetic. You know, like it's too jarring to have just a floating number. But I'm with you. You get the little digital readout on the right side, but it's just it's not like the whole time. You know, it's annoying.
Yeah, but like you mentioned, MMY is still trying to do his red stuff since his team can't use the wards to actually fight S5 right now. He's just trying his best to get farm here and there, a little bit of farm on the left, trying to make sure that the wave is pushed out so that Spectre again has more time to farm.
They're waiting for this jump top lane. Faith gets ready right into 3-3. He gets echoed, but he's fairly tanky. He's got a 4-step ready. They're going to BKB Stampede onto Faith. It's a fairly big commitment to get that Earthshaker kill.
I don't know much about using the BKB though.
Yeah, that's a little, especially on the Brew who had full HP.
They didn't, then they used Stampede as well. Me as the Earthshaker with 1.5k net worth, when I die like this, I'm like, okay, you can kill me. It's fine. It's like, at least it wasn't someone else. Because the Shaman has actually a lot more net worth. If it was a Shaman that died there, it would have been a lot worse for them.
Well, I am wondering how much longer CDEC wants to go, and I'm kind of feeling Winter like this next Roche will be it. And yeah, it's gonna be a 10 and a half minute, 10 3/4 minutes Roshan respawn, so it's a pretty girthy one, but It will cool down soon enough.
Pretty girthy one. Huh, I learned something new.
They're gonna scout it out, but they won't have the timing quite right. 2 minutes to go, roughly speaking.
Thanks for English lessons.
Happy to be of service, my friend. It's an extended wait in this case. Yeah, 1:45. But this buys time for your Spectre. Up to 2,600 gold on Sylar, and we all know how it goes.
He's gonna. I mean, you are saying about the sniper standing up with his team, and what do you think he's gonna build next for him to stand with his team? Satanic? Just more damage? Skadi?
I think he needs another damage item before Satanic. Like, I think if maybe what do you go? Maybe even go for like a MKB, just because you don't have that many stun normally. There's no evasion on LGD though, so it could go straight into a Daedalus perhaps. I don't think he needs the attack speed of a Butterfly.
I'm feeling the stats, maybe something that gives him a little bit more HP.
Skadi.
I like the Skadi on him now.
Yeah, I don't really like Satanic straight away. I just don't think he hits hard enough to justify it yet.
And top lane, here comes MMY with his another set of wards, but Panda's gonna come here to clean up.
It's a lot of gold for XH, up to 1,800. He's going for the Aura build. We've seen players increasingly shy away from the Aghanims build as of late. And it will allow him to go a bit later in terms of what he offers to his team in the fights.
Sometimes the Aghanims build, it's not always really good. I mean, the offering is also benefiting your team, so it's even though it's not as you don't have as much burst damage because you lack another clap, but the whole team gets extra armor and you get more damage on the sniper, which is shooting from behind. So I mean, it's still a very strong pickup in my opinion for him to have the Vlads.
There's still
instead.
This rush has to be up soon. I mean, I'm wondering if they forgot to write down the time. Like it was basically a max respawn rush, but I imagine they're gonna go right back.
Oh, I can't actually alternate click the time as a spectator. No, I can't here. I can't do it here.
Well, it's respawn. What do you mean?
No, I mean, I'm just trying to write the time down by alt clicking the time.
Oh, with the chat wheel, you mean?
No, not the chat wheel. You can actually do it just by alt clicking
the clock.
timer on top. Yeah, the clock on top right now.
Okay, I always use the chat wheel.
Yeah, it's actually much better to use the time now because
Yeah,
I'm not used to chat wheel.
They're gonna get the Ive Scotty student sniper. Along with this, well, I mean, it could be something else, I suppose, but like a Manta.
I think Manta wouldn't even be that bad of a choice though. But I feel with the Skadi he can actually, because he's shooting from far, and Bristleback is always gonna be in the front line, and the Skadi slow is very good versus.
Why did he drop his Mjolnir? Pick your items up.
What?
He dropped his Mjolnir. Go! Oh, come on, man. Get it together. He dropped the Mjolnir instead of the bottle. Fortunately, Spectre didn't haunt into the pit and just steal that. Jesus.
That reminds me of someone.
Oh my. Yeah.
Dropping a Manta for a gem. I'll never forget that.
Oh, those KYXY things.
He misclicked.
That Roche pit is just poison to him. Like, I think KYXY would be the happiest man on earth if Roshan was deleted from Dota 2. Because that pit just does bad things to him.
Shaman is gonna place an observer ward outside here, so he's gonna see their position and know when he can actually rat the tower. He just wants to take this tower down. He's just gonna go for it. Maybe later.
Let's see. What is maybe building? Has he bought anything else yet? No. Still not revealing his hand here as far as the item selection goes. And meanwhile, Sylar will pick up an ultimate orb, so I guess Manta style straight away will be the choice for him.
Yeah, Manta is good to destroy the Drunken Haze. That's later in the game. During the fight, the Panda can always just make him miss.
Yeah, obviously it's an amazing late game item as well, just for the Desolate damage, as well as the ability to constantly split push the lanes.
And here comes the 5-man though. They are gonna feel ready. Did he just finish? Did he buy his item? Yeah, he bought another orb, so it's gonna be a Skadi.
Alright, maybe. Doesn't have it yet, and he's damn close. I wonder if they should be waiting for this, but...
Yeah,
well,
I think they can just go.
They're not going to be able to do this. Yao's already in the bottom lane. He's got Exorcism at the ready, and MMY can head that direction too. They're
going bottom.
Yeah. Yeah, they have to back.
But it's still fine though. They can just wait it out, and the Centaur just joins his team in middle lane, and there's no SL, you know.
Momo, yeah, is a real thorn in the side here of CDEC. They'll farm up his wards, but he's almost managed to bring down this tower top lane. To be fair, it's costing him like 200, 300 gold going the other way to do it.
More than that though.
Yeah.
If you count the previous 2 wards.
Yeah, well, each time I'm saying it's like close.
And look at the wards he actually placed as well, just so he can actually do it. One on top, one on the behind the tower, so that he can actually see if there's anyone nearby.
They're gonna try and jump in top lane. Maybe force out a Brewmaster split here, but he's got a BKB. No TP. He gets hexed. He's underestimated the damage output. They'll shackle him in as well, but can the reinforcements come and turn this sideline? Now try to haunt and jump away to safety, and he has jump, but it's onto Garter, who's waiting for him as the Rubik, tossing him back. Now, stealing a spell and going to the haunt the other direction, assassinate, chasing out Sylar. Can he reality to this illusion? Not gonna happen.
The Panda used his split as well. Oh my god. They use a lot of stuff for that Stampede split. Huh.
And they got
Can they even still push
I
without
don't
all
think
the big
so.
ultimates?
They used all of that. Bottom lane's pushing, and they're all pretty low. Like 333's at third health. Your Brewmaster's at half and doesn't have a split. He's also not in position.
No earn charge, and I just realized no one actually has a mech because.
Oh no, they do. Q is a mech.
Where's their mech?
On the Skyrat.
Oh, okay.
But yeah,
just
it was on cooldown. He just got it up now.
Okay.
They're gonna try for it though, Winter. This is not gonna be an easy siege. But they'll do their best. Good news is no on.
Slow and steady. Oh,
that 4-step initiation! The 430 style plays, but maybe then gets 4-step back. He's still got an Aegis ready to go, and the Bruisers are in the front door. 333 trying to hold the line in July. Getting slowed down and harassed quite a bit by Maybe. They got the Shaman. But that's
another
it.
Shrapnel will finish the tower.
Maybe's gonna take it down. And an Assassinate comes through as well. Really driving LGD back. They'll match that tower deny, but maybe he's gonna march up confidently. The dwarf marches onto the. Oh man, he's really far out. I guess he wants to throw his Aegis away. And he's committing to the siege a bit. As 333 comes in, he's ignoring heroes, just focusing buildings, now stampeding to retreat, but being burned down by the Radiance. Maybe still alive. He gets mech'd up, surviving through all of this. And they managed to get that Bristleback kill. This little sniper's got some chops. And they forced out the Exorcism.
They forced out the ultimate from the DP again. They just need to wait. Oh dear, this is looking really bad for them.
So now, let's see. Aegis timing is... They've got... it's about to expire, looks like, but... Yeah, they've got... What is that? 1 minute? Yeah, 1 minute or so to go. So they really want to make this push happen now. This is the time to do it if you're Maybe.
Yeah, I actually think they just need to get... They have an Observer in the base. Just place the Observer on top with the support, and the Sniper just shoots the racks from bottom. And he didn't have to do that last time.
Yeah.
Bring the wards out. They need to bring the wards out. It's in the career, in the stash.
I guess he didn't want that uphill miss was the main thought.
Yeah, but
his Aegis will end now, and he's going to get a little bit of extra HP from that one. Free Fountain Trip for Maybe. They're still not taking down the racks, Haunt. The stolen Haunt was used just to get some vision.
Another Shrapnel. Oh dear, this is just cheeky.
He just needs to right click like 3 times, and they're gonna go in with the BKB now on the Brew. They'll secure this tower, then they'll clap for July. He didn't get off his own BKB in time, then tossed up in the air by the Rubik. Drop back down into a Mystic Flare. Will end up falling for full HP. It's a great dunk from Faith on the backside. He's completely chain stun Maybe, but what does it matter? He still gets brought down by the little dwarf that could. Now chasing out Yao, trying to slow him down with the Scotty. Not enough to finish him off though. Prepare your cannons. Sylar to drop as well. 4 heroes down. The Pew Pew is in full force here for CDEC. They'll take a lane of Rax. They'll get 4 kills, and this might just be a second lane of Rax, Winter. They're going to rotate bottom and look for more.
This is... Do they have buybacks? They have Spectre buyback, they have Crystal back. Okay, they have 2 buybacks. They have to at least try to defend the tower. The Rex.
They got to come soon. Maybe. Standing strong here. He's got the tanks in the front lines. The beef is in. He's been thrown up in the air by Yules. They'll buy back on the Spectre, but with no Haunt, he's just got to walk his way into the fight, and it looks like they'll sack one. The Rubik maybe looking to retreat out, but the chase is on for the Death Prophet. Now the BKB, the clap comes through. The Brewmaster stands strong to protect this little dwarf. Maybe still looking for that opening. Where's that Assassinate of Faith? Loses the vision, will be forced back. Hex will secure an additional kill, and the rest of the team scatters to the winds. Maybe. And 333 both retreating out. Already back to the base will be your Brew. who now completes an Assault Cuirass. He's getting beefy as well.
Am I reading the graph right? The Shaman actually got 1000 gold for killing the Skyra.
Oh, I didn't click on the teamfight recap.
I think this is how you read it, right? He got 1200 gold for that.
Wow, that's a lot of gold. They're trying to push bottom, but their creeps starting to hit these buffer buildings. They're not going to do too much.
It's actually not so much because the net worth, the Shaman was like 7k net worth before that, and the Skyra was like 11k, so it wasn't so bad. It wasn't the Earthshaker. Earthshaker is 2.5k net worth.
This is a disgustingly poor Earthshaker. Winter, he's gained like 900 net worth in 22 minutes or something. That's just absurd. But Faith has still had good team fights. Like that last fight where he walked in with the Echo Slam, Fissure, Enchant Totem. It was well placed on the sniper. I don't even know how he's getting into the fights.
He was hiding.
Oh, that courier! The ward drop, it's gonna lose a gem! He didn't pick it up before TPing out. But there's more importantly a BKB on it. There was a BKB on that. It was maybe's BKB. So they're delayed for 3 minutes now. Unless they want to push without it. And they will get their gem back, though. Man, imagine if he'd stolen the gem as well. I gotta say, MMY really knows how to play Rat Dodo with this
He's
Shaman.
keeping them in the game.
He really is.
And the 4-staff, the last fight as well, where he initiated with the 4-staff was really good.
The thing is, though, I don't know how much it really matters, because this Roche is still gonna take about 2 minutes from when the courier died. So then you get your Aegis, you can wait 1 minute, get the BKB, and you still have 4 minutes to push with that Aegis.
Yeah, they can just wait for everything before, nothing to risk. They're so far ahead. And the only way LGD, they need to use buybacks to win, but then they already used 2, so the next fight, the Death Prophet, Earthshaker and Shaman, 3 of them will have buyback, because they have enough gold at the moment. Oh no, not the Death Prophet. Death Prophet doesn't have enough.
And Aegis is... Oh, sorry, go ahead.
Only the 2 supports has buyback.
Yeah, and the other thing is you imagine an Aegis on maybe. It's the solution to the Haunt in a lot of cases. You maybe die once to that Haunt exorcism, but can they really kill you a second time? That's the tricky thing. If they can stay on top of you, sure, but Stampede has proven to be a very effective way to disengage against all of LGD's long cooldown ultimates. They're going to try for a smoke now, but in great position to stop this is Garter. Up on the high ground. Q in the pit. He's got a 4-staff ready, but they get the Blink Hex off. Still the Stampede comes quickly enough before the Shackles could come through. And now the Brew's in, just smacking away. He's trying to go man mode against Yao and Injali all by his lonesome. While meanwhile, the Sniper getting surrounded by the Spectre Illusions, dropping low to this. Where's that BKB when you need it? It's not there. He'll end up falling. Rubik ends up going down as well to dispersion damage. They still get 3. The Brewmaster basically just solo killed 2 heroes during that time. Yao trying to work on the Roche, but Cyclone up in there, going to drop back down straight into a stomp. Oh no, it's lasting too long. No Dispel because unfortunately he's despawned the Brew Split just at the wrong time. And that might end up turning the fight. Now Yao healing up. If they had that BKB Winter, that Desolate Dispersion would have done almost nothing against the Sniper, but without it, they're going to lose 4, potentially 5 if the Centaur sticks around. Rush not respawning. Fortunately, no Exorcism.
They won that fight really just because of the Sniper not having BKB. Sniper wouldn't have died if he had BKB. He
would have easily killed Spectre. You're not taking dispersion damage, and that's all he needs.
Yeah, dispersion and Desolate from the 3 illusions, the 2 illusions and the hero. That brought him down really quick.
And it does show you the vulnerability of the Sniper. Even with Stampede, even with the Brew Split, if the fight gets a little spread out.
Yeah, I was talking about it. Like, the Spectre doesn't care if you have so many beef heroes in front of you. He just comes straight with you with the ultimate. What can you do?
Yeah,
you have to man fight.
He takes that shortcut. And, well, if you want to go for the man fight build, I'm thinking that next item could maybe even be a Satanic at this point.
I'm thinking, like you mentioned, he's already planning to just stand. No mobility items, just stand and fight.
And he'll have a fresh 10-second BKB to do it. He can throw Mjolnir buff on himself or his allies, and he'll certainly live a lot longer than that in the next upcoming fight if he's able to not get completely caught out.
It's a bit dangerous though. LGD got a lot of gold for winning the last fight. They got a lot of gold. What is this showing? They got like 5,000, 6,000 gold, something like that.
Yeah, it was a lot, and well, it is time to check buybacks here. They're gonna have a buyback up on their Spectre soon. Although Sylar desperately needs a new item. He's still pretty damn poor.
He can only afford the defusal right now.
Yeah, and even then he wouldn't have buyback if he went for it. They're gonna sneak the brew into the pit though. He can actually solo rush.
Yeah, he can actually do it alone.
That's kind of cool, because they can't kill this brew before he splits, so I'm just not seeing it happening right now. The one issue...
They can only kill if they have perfect lockdown with the Earthshaker and Shaman, but then again, he has like 4 other guys near him.
And there's no blink on the Earthshaker, so he literally has to waddle into the pit. That's gonna be tough. They do spot out the brew. Do they go in? Yao's in the front. Faith by his side. They're moving towards it. Roche dropping below half HP. Dagger will come in as well. He'll BKB, and he charges forward into the entirety of LGD, getting off the clap. Does he focus this Death Prophet? Who's he going to go for? He kind of runs around in circles and then says, screw this, man. They all use their BKBs. I should just run. Well, Exorcism for a brew split. Who's going to have the edge? They're going to try and force the Roche now. They throw the Bristle back up in the air. The wards are dropped. They're zoning this Brew lane off the pit. And still they haven't committed with anything else. A great fissure, blocking the entirety of their team away from the pit while they try and focus the Roche down. But now they'll use this as a defensive barricade for maybe. He's got sandbags in front of him, but Roche drops low. LGD going to claim that Aegis. The Brew too late, and the Aegis goes the way of Sylar. Now they try to fight another fissure. Look for the Echo. There's no mana on Faith. He doesn't even have a magic stick. We're 45 minutes in. Imagine if he had Echo Slam that one. Maybe stand strong. Tries to hold his ground for now. They'll bring down the Aegis once, but they're going to lose the Sniper, with no split. Can they possibly fight? 333 is going to try. He'll do his best. The Brew's going to auto-attack his way forward, focusing on Sylar, who does come back for round 2 of this engagement. They'll Stampede. They'll right-click. The Spectre gets solo right-clicked down by the enemy Brew. They buy back on the Sniper as well. So it's a double buyback for CDEC. But they brute force their way to victory. And it's now straight to the bottom lane. Creeps in the base mid. Even with that great engagement, multiple fantastic fissures, it just might not be enough.
Yeah, like you mentioned, if he had Echo Slam there, that fight would have been different. He didn't have mana for it. That was so bad. That was too bad for him not to have.
They've given him Angelai's bottle. He's been gifted a 46-minute bottle to address the issue. And they're diving the base. Yao caught out very deep, assassinated, nearly finished off. But does have a BKB to survive. Now Spectre trying to turn this one. Another fantastic fissure. This one on 3. Sylar still falling, though. And that means Spectre on the sidelines for a very long time. 80 seconds. They're diving the well. They're going in deep for this one. They've got a Brew split ready. But gets caught out, but the Assassinate finishes the job. The Death Prophet also dying back. Won't be able to buy back.
He had use to save himself there.
Oh my. That's it then. That's GG. CDEC are going to take this one. The little brother gets his revenge. Big brother looking a little bit slow, a little bit clunky, and still struggling to find their form for such a star-studded roster. Oh, LGD just getting flat out outplayed by CDEC in this one. Sniper takes his first win in the Summit 2.
Seriously, no one else picked that hero. Not even one. I remember seeing this hero, maybe it wasn't this tournament. Somewhere else. Star Ladder, I guess.
Yeah, I have seen a few Sniper picks. I don't know that I've seen him since the change to his headshot, but this was the right kind of draft for him. He had the great frontliner, Stampede to help him reposition, so he could build a tanky way, and, well, even with the courier getting sniped, the best efforts of MOI simply inadequate. In the end, LGD will drop to 2-1 with this. CDEC will advance to 2-1, so right now, Newbie, the only team, well, and Vici, who have not yet to play a game. Newbie, the only team to have won a game and still be undefeated. Well, with that said, Winter, we've got 2 more games coming up, guys. We're going to take a quick break. When we return, the Summit 2 by G2A.com shall continue. Chinese Dota, we're back on Beyond the Summit after this. Stay with us. Take back, you wanker!